Hello everyone, this is Sarah Dollinger, the creator of Zero Jag Murdermouth, which is an artistic process book that shows creature production from a 2D start to a 3D finish. You'll learn about fantastical creatures, the things they eat, and the things that eat them. Today I'd like to introduce the Nightmare Dollop. So just like always, I start off with a couple sketches of my inspiration animals. The Dumbo octopus and some of these sea worms were where I was initially heading, and then later on you'll see how I add in some crustacean pieces to the creature as well. And right after I do my animal studies, I move on to my big ugly highlighter sketches, which I love to use my highlighters to just get down big shapes, not worry about it, and explore the possibilities of form. And after that, I always go over with just a simple big pen or felt tip marker, or even a Sharpie, just keeping it big and loose and just trying to make some cool aliens. Now the next piece is my first concept pass in 2D, and here I was really thinking that he would be just super squishy. I call them the Nightmare Dollops because they're not supposed to be cool really, they're kind of like a wimpy little prey creature, and later on I decided that I wanted him to have a little bit more fight in him, which is why I added some crustacean bits to him. But right here I was thinking he'd be ultra wimpy, he'd just run away all the time, he wouldn't really be able to defend himself, and so I went with just the Dumbo octopus, the cuttlefish, and the sea worm for influence here. Now here's my second pass for my 2D concept, and here I wanted to give him a little bit more swagger. I wanted to have him be able to defend himself a little bit better than my first pass. I figured he lived in this world where there's horrible sharks and other beasts that are going to eat him, so I wanted him to just get a little tougher, which is why I started to add on bits of crab and lobster influence to the design. Now if you look at my ZBrush process movie that I posted for the Nightmare Dollop, you're going to see how I approached this. First, I made a really simple, less than an hour maquette in ZBrush to help me get the basic form and so I could rotate around the creature, and then I made this third pass, my final pass of a 2D concept. In this I wanted to create some action shots. You can see how he swims on the bottom and how he uses his little crab claws as kind of like a tripod to shoot his tentacles out and capture that small fish on the bottom. Also, they can roll up using the shell to defend them, just like an armadillo, and they can spread their tentacles just like a cuttlefish, just kind of like a defensive warning. The two tentacles up in a cuttlefish does mean kind of back off. This is my ZBrush pass without any coloration on him. He is in a relatively simple pose. I really wanted to make sure that you could see all of his various appendages separately and none of them overlapped in the final composite in Photoshop. And here he is, the Nightmare Dollop in all of his semi-squishy glory. They dwell in deep caves in the deep sea with the flickerjaw snare shark. They're one of the shark's main prey items, and they do live in tiny little schools, maybe about 5 to 10 animals. I've depicted 3 here, and I hope you like them. Hey guys, this is Sarah again, and I just wanted to thank you so much for watching this movie, which was brought to you by my patrons. If you would like to have your name flashed up in front of my creatures, talk to me on my Discord channel about animals, monsters, and art, get custom art for me, and see all of my art before the rest of the world, consider becoming a patron of mine at www.patreon.com/SarahDollinger. I'd love to have you, and I'd love to show you all the monsters early.